Hello and welcome to the eCommerce podcast. My name is Norbert, and today I am talking about the founders of Kanga Coolers. So really great product. I've been on their website, and well, you get really in a good mood to visit the next festival with their product. So I really love it. Hi Teddy, hi Kyle. Nice to meet you
Hello.
guys.
How's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Bright and
Good.
early, ready to get the day started.
Yeah, mine is just closing, so you have something to do, guys. So tell me a bit about yourself. How came the idea to make such a cool cooler?
Well, we were both in a class project at university, and we had to come up with the answer to a problem we faced every day. And in college, we realized that one of the bigger problems for people our age was warm beer. So we saw a bunch of people carrying around, at least in the US, you can purchase a 24 pack of beer, 12 pack of beer, and people are pulling out individual 12-ounce cans and throwing them into koozies. We were asking ourselves, why is there no like koozie for the actual case itself? Because the beers are getting warm and then you're putting them into an individual neoprene sleeve to keep them cold while you're drinking it. The system's like seemed rather backwards. So lo and behold, our founder Logan came up with that concept when he was a junior in college, and I think junior going into senior year. And then we all jumped on, and we have a team of about 8 guys, some interns, some full time, but we're rocking and rolling now.
That's great. Who is your typical customer?
Really, anyone that drinks beer. I'd say the beer market.
Luckily, we have a pretty big target audience, so
Yeah.
we're able to hit a lot of them.
If you like beer, we like you.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is in Austria, we are a beer and wine country. So for us, it's perfect. I've seen also that you have Coke on the website, so not just talk about beer. It also works with Cokes, as I see. So that's nice. So how did you first get into e-commerce?
Yeah, I guess that's where I come in.
Mhm.
So my brother actually kind of got me into the whole e-commerce space. He works for a company out of college. They did temporary tattoos called Momentary Ink. So I was lucky enough to intern there for 3 years at a e-commerce company, and just kind of, through that, I picked up a lot that I didn't even really realize I was picking up at the time. But now, myself being in more of a ecom exec role, it's really helped and helped build me in that space. So that's kind of my background in e-commerce. Ted, you want to?
Yeah, I mean, my background in e-commerce, as his brother got him into e-commerce, he got me into e-commerce. We were both friends, I guess, my freshman year of college and his sophomore year, and we kind of became friends over coming up with ideas and trying to start businesses together. And Kyle had an understanding of the e-commerce route. I had an understanding of just, I guess, the brand building and brand development side of a business. And so we realized when we applied those two together, you can create a pretty like dominant e-commerce store that people will want to come to, not just to buy a product, but also just for an entertainment factor.
Yeah.
Makes them feel
You see that on your website. It's very entertaining. It's a real great piece of website. I've seen that you've been at Shark Tank. Can you
Yeah.
tell a bit about that? What was the experience? What did you learn, and how did it go?
I mean, it was quite the experience. It was an unbelievable opportunity, especially to have at the age that we were able to go on. I believe the oldest member of the team was 22 at the time, maybe 23, and me myself, I was 19 years old. So getting to go up there and pitch to some of the biggest named entrepreneurs in the U.S. was really cool. And so we went in there, we were extremely prepared, had our pitch down, had gotten drilled by professors at Clemson. We did a mock-up Shark Tank, and when we got in there, we were just ready to go, and we were in and out in about 15 to 20 minutes, and one of the fastest deals in the history of the show. Walked out with a handshake with Mark Cuban, and nobody dropping out. So it was probably the best experience we could possibly ask for on the show.
Perfect. This is really great. We might link, there's the video online, I think, right? So we might link the video to your pitch later on in the blog post, if this is possible.
Absolutely, I'm gonna get you that link.
Nice view. What's your current ecom stack? What's your tech stack?
Yeah, so we do a lot of things. I mean, obviously we have just the. You gonna say something?
No, I was just trying to block the light. That's yeah.
We have, the typical marketing things where we have, our Klaviyo hooked up to our Shopify account, an SEO manager. All of our pixels are managed through APIs, and then, couple like simple page builders, but really we try and keep it light. We try and keep our store fast, which is something that we've seen actually, really help our conversion rate is the speed of our site. So we try and keep it really as light as possible. Our something interesting that we do that we're actually trying to get away with, but is we separate our wholesale and direct to consumer channels. So we have two separate sites. So obviously we have, our tech stack on our wholesale site is a little bit different from our tech stack on our direct consumer site, just because of the things that we need. And it's actually, it's been nice from the standpoint of inventory management and just, keeping the site fast. But yeah, we have a good bit of apps, but we try and keep it light.
Okay.
I'd say to build off of what Kyle said, we have two sides to the business. One is wholesale, retail, like B2B, and we also have our direct to consumer side. So we actually have two e-commerce platform, like two websites. So we can target different audiences when we're running advertisements. So we can target wholesalers and like large buyers directly through our wholesale website, and then we can also target just individuals through our direct-to-consumer website. So having both of those areas has helped us like optimize our company, like and our efficiency, having like half the company essentially working on the wholesale custom embroidery side of the business, getting the product out there in bulk to these retailers, whoever really wants it, and then we're able to sit back on the other side and grow the brand and have like the just basically
how are those connected? How are those connected? So you have two stores, and of course you have one inventory somewhere. How is that connected with each other? So how do you know that if a large order comes in, that you have enough stock for the website for the B2C?
So we set aside inventory on the front end. So once we get a PO and a purchase order in, we look at it and we set aside a certain amount for retail, a certain amount for direct to consumer. And then what we do is we manage all those orders through ShipStation. So from there, we have the two different, groups of inventory flowing through the same system. So then once it gets to ShipStation, we're able to kind of fact check it and look through our main inventory list and say, okay, we set aside this much for here, this much for here, and kind of, manage that from ShipStation.
Invoicing and all this kind of stuff is done directly in Shopify, or do you have any other software attached to that?
That would be, so ShipStation is, you can get it through the Shopify App Store, but we manage it through the ShipStation, dashboard. So ShipStation is a third-party app, but it's still, connected through Shopify.
Okay. Do you sell on other channels than the Shopify store?
Yeah, we have our Facebook store, Google Shopping, and then Yeah, and then hopefully we'll get into Walmart as well, since that whole Shopify Walmart partnership.
And what about Amazon?
We have so Amazon is funny because Amazon is something that we've been looking to get into, but right now we're still such a small team, and I manage kind of our entire digital presence. So the Amazon, we're just not ready. We don't think we're ready yet. We don't have the manpower to fulfill a channel like that because it is kind of a beast.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a real beast.
When we get into Amazon, we need to be ready to scale and ready to
Yeah.
scale fast.
Yeah,
So,
we want to do it right.
Yeah, exactly. We could get into Amazon now, but we would prefer to go into Amazon when we know we have the resources and the back end to basically optimize that opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. And how do you do the shipping? Is it done by yourself, or have you a warehouse and you send the orders there, or?
Yeah, we got interns. We got interns that come in
Hey.
every day, and everything's hand shipped as of right now. So
Oh, cool.
it can be in anywhere from 45 minutes to 2.5 hour, 3 hours worth of shipping every morning. But if we're cranking away, the interns are gonna have themselves a day pretty much. So
It's a great product to ship. It's lightweight, so you don't have too much to think about box sizes or something like that, because it's a textile that you ship.
exactly, and it already comes compressed and like folded down. So like getting it anywhere is easy.
Yeah, that's cool. Um, how do you ensure the customer experience across the channels that you sell?
Probably more of a question for you. You're better at customer service than I am.
Ensure the customer
The
experience.
tech ops guy and the support guy, support and marketing, right, Teddy?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bring people in and make sure they don't get pissed off. Basically, we track all of our like I guess responses from social channels and our website directly through Hootsuite. So from there, like it basically takes all of our messages, compiles it into one list, and what I've been doing is I just utilize the features on that website and app and set up automated responses, and as well as what's that thing we just installed, that Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help desk.
Yeah, I mean, we just installed Hello, which is like a help desk for the website. So people can hopefully answer questions that they're like asking all the time because it gets redundant. You know what I mean? You can only copy and paste and answer something so many times, but with automated features that allow allow responses to commonly answered questions just through AI, it's made all the difference. Like getting back to our customers in an extremely like fast manner.
The biggest support request you get is, I got the package, but the beer is missing.
We have gotten that one before. You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed at some of the questions that you get asked.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that, but that's that's a good one. Okay, so what role, if any, does automation play for you at the moment or maybe in the future?
At the moment, automation is huge. All of our emails done through automation, and a lot of our advertising as well. We actually just switched over to a new advertising firm based out of Philadelphia, and their big thing is all automated bid management. So, from the advertising side, we're starting to get way more into automation. Email has always been a huge, automation channel for us just because it's so easy to automate. And then moving forward, we, really want to get to that Shopify Plus status. We got one more tier to go, but once we're able to get up to Shopify Plus, then we'll be able to automate our store, which is something that's really exciting to me. But yeah, automation is huge for us, and it's definitely something that we look to continue to utilize in the future.
Great. And what are your goals for the next 12 months?
Next 4 months,
12?
12 months.
A year?
Yeah. Well,
It's a great question.
yeah, I'm just trying to think. Right now, I think we're both looking at each other trying to think about what we're allowed to say. We just don't want to say anything that we're not supposed to say.
Well, I think it's quite hard to say because of COVID, with this coronavirus, because your target audience is of course people that go to festivals, that go to events, to sports events, and so on. And there is too much that is not running at the moment. Or is this a problem for you? Do you see that in sales?
It's interesting. We actually saw a bump in sales from COVID, and I think
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're one of the few breeds.
And I think it's because everybody wants to keep track of, one, what they're drinking and what they're putting, their mouths on, and two, there's not much else to do when you're in quarantine other than drink. So,
Go out in the parks or in the garden.
exactly. Just get out, grab a 12-pack, and go hang out, with your family in a field somewhere.
We have
Drink a beer.
Yeah, we have noticed that our sales are tied very closely with the sales of alcohol. And if alcohol sales are doing well, we're typically in pretty good shape.
Nice. That's really nice. Congratulations.
Just fortunate. Blessed to be in this position.
Great. So I have a last question for you guys. This is always my last question. Who has taught you the most about e-commerce in your career?
This guy. Kyle's taught me the most about e-commerce in my career. And he's got a higher power that's taught both of us, if you look at it that way.
Yeah, and mine would probably be my brother.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
Fair.
And do you do a lot of research also on Google, what you could do, or do you listen to blogs or podcasts?
Yeah, it's funny. I'm not formally trained in any way. That's I would say my brother, and then podcasts, blogs, YouTube videos, like probably that a little bit more than my brother. Don't want to give him too much credit. That'll go to his head, but definitely.
You shouldn't send him the link.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I have to let him hear it. He's got to find it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely, utilizing online, classes, courses, videos, whatever, just to see, one, see what's going on in the industry, and two, see how I can, improve my skills and ultimately create a better store.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for your time, guys. It was a great interview. I've learned a lot. So when I went on festivals in my early days, I'm already 40 years, so the time is over. I put the cans into a plastic bag and put the plastic bag into a refrigerator. And then I took it to the festival, and I had the other cans that I had was just from the just cold, yeah. And when those got warm, I picked out the ones from the refrigerator that got already, in a nice temperature to drink them. You improve that way, so it's really great. So you can take away and go to a festival, have cool drinks there. With the casemate, so this is really a great product, and I wish you all the best and a lot of success. Take care, guys.
Well, we appreciate the time, Norbert.
Yeah, appreciate it. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Hey, have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.